Welcome to another Splatoon 2 video on the channel. This will be another video where I do look at some of the theories in terms of the lore behind the Octo expansion. Now the last part was a little bit all over the place just because I was trying to make that into one video. What I was trying to do was make one video where I look at the unanswered questions and then look at the theories behind it. But that video went on for ages, so what I did do is split it up into 3 parts. You've already seen 2 parts already. You saw the Sea Cucumber one and also you saw the Agent 8 one. That was the last one that I did upload. This video will be covering all of the rest of the questions that I haven't covered yet in terms of some of the theories knocking about. And what I will be doing after this video is going through some of your theories, just because you guys are coming up with interesting theories yourselves, and I definitely want to talk about them in videos as well. And then of course, when we do get official news from Nintendo themselves about the Octo expansion DLC, of course I will be covering it on the channel. You can guarantee that, just because I'm mega hyped for the Octo expansion DLC, and making these videos, making these theory videos has made me even more hyped to see how the Octo expansion will pan out in terms of the story. I'm actually more excited about the story than being able to play as the Octoling within the multiplayer. That is just going to be a nice little bonus for me to be able to complete the Octo expansion. But yeah, I'm at this moment in time, I'm actually more hyped about the single player. So let's just talk about the Octo expansion DLC. Let's just talk about the theories now, because this intro has gone on for way longer than what I thought it would do. So when does the Octo expansion DLC take place? Does it take place at the same time as the Splatoon 2 single player? Just because in the Splatoon 2 single player, I do believe, I could be getting mixed up with the Splatoon 1 single player, but I can remember reading a sunken scroll and it said, actually it was Splatoon 2, just because the sunken scroll said that Captain Cuttlefish and Agent 3, they have gone off to do a secret mission. So maybe the Octo expansion could be that secret mission, and that means that the Octo expansion DLC will be set at the same time as the single player. I definitely feel like this is actually going to happen, but I've seen some people saying that maybe this is set before the Splatoon 2 single player takes place. Maybe it is a prequel. Like what I said, I think the mission that you do hear through the sunken scroll about Captain Cuttlefish and Agent 3, apparently they are doing a secret mission. I think the Octo expansion is that secret mission. So I'm believing that theory more than it being a prequel. So if it is set at the same time as the Splatoon 2 single player, maybe that could explain why we didn't see the Squid Sisters within the Octo expansion trailer. That is a question that did get posed by Benny Ibarra. I must apologise if I have pronounced the name wrong, but Benny Ibarra asked where the Squid Sisters were within the Octo expansion trailer. Are they featured within the Octo expansion DLC? And maybe when the Octo expansion takes place, maybe that could be a key reason why we haven't seen the Squid Sisters yet. Maybe it is set at the same time as the Splatoon 2 single player when that does take place. Maybe this is the secret mission that Captain Cuttlefish and Agent 3 are going on. So that is why we haven't seen the Squid Sisters, because of course Marie is helping out Agent 4. And maybe that is why we haven't seen Agent 4 yet, because Agent 4 is trying to, save Inkopolis, trying to get the great Zapfish back from DJ Octavio. And that is why we haven't seen Calais, because she has been brainwashed. So maybe the Squid Sisters will not appear within the Octo expansion, because the Octo expansion will be set at the same time as the Splatoon 2 single player. And speaking of the Squid Sisters, there is an interesting screenshot from Calais when she is in Octo Canyon, and pretty much she says the following. That reminds me, Marie told us a bunch of crazy stuff about Agent 4. Now maybe this text appears when you are an Octoling, when you are, when you do pick an Octoling for the multiplayer. Maybe when you do go in the Octo Canyon, maybe Callie will treat you as Agent 8, and that is why she is talking about Agent 4, because surely she wouldn't talk about Agent 4 in front of Agent 4, so maybe that is why. Maybe once you do complete the Octo expansion, when you do unlock the Octoling, maybe you do hear this dialogue, and that is the only explanation that I can come up with at this moment in time. Is there a connection between Calais and Agent 8? This comes from Courage Kitten on Reddit, and pretty much they have noticed that the musical notes 1 and 8 are separated by an octave, so maybe based on that, maybe Calais and Agent 8 will be connected in some sort of way within the Octo expansion. I could definitely see Nintendo using that as a basis within their single player, like using a real life element to do something within the Splatoon 2 universe. I could definitely see this actually happening. Now let's end the video on probably the biggest question surrounding the Octo expansion. Who is the final boss? Will it be DJ Octavio again? I can't really see that happening, especially if this Octo expansion is set at the same time as the Splatoon 2 single player. Surely you can't have DJ Octavio appearing in both the Splatoon 2 single player and the Octo expansion as well. Surely DJ Octavio can't appear in both Octo Canyon and the Underground. Or maybe that is a possibility. Maybe that is actually what will happen. Maybe DJ Octavio will appear in this Octo expansion, and because it is set at the same time, obviously DJ Octavio hasn't been captured yet, so I guess there is a possibility that the final boss for the Octo expansion could actually be DJ Octavio. And the fact that it could be, obviously it could be, it's not been confirmed yet, but it could be set at the same time as a single player, it doesn't necessarily rule out DJ Octavio as being the final boss for the Octo expansion. So maybe DJ Octavio could be the final boss, but I think the more likely option is that we haven't seen the boss yet. This is a brand new boss for the Splatoon 2 Octo expansion that we haven't seen yet, and they will tease who the boss is later on down the road. Maybe it is Agent 7, maybe Agent 7 was actually real, turned rogue, fighting now for the Octarians, and as Agent 8 you've got to take down Agent 7. Maybe that is a thing, but yeah, I'm leaning towards it being a new boss, just because we haven't seen DJ Octavio in the trailer. I think if DJ Octavio was the final boss, then I think they probably might have teased it already. I think he would have made an appearance within the trailer, but who knows, maybe DJ Octavio will still be teased at a later date. And like what I've said many a times, maybe DJ Octavio will appear in both Octo Canyon and the Underground world, so maybe that is actually going to happen, and maybe DJ Octavio will be the final boss. Or maybe the final boss is the host creature that does create all of the Octarian armor by cutting off its tentacles. Maybe the Octo expansion is a look at how the Octarian armor is created, and you will meet the host creature and you will have to take it down. Maybe that is, another idea for who the final boss could be. Maybe it will be a creature related to the deep sea world. Maybe that will be, who the final boss will be. Let me know who you think the final boss will be in the comment section below. That is going to be it for my theories, and in the next few videos I will talk about your theories on some of the questions that I have talked about in the last 2 or 3 videos. But that is it for this video. Of course, we'll keep you guys up to date with official Octo expansion news. But that is it for this video, and I will see you next time.